Bonjour, bonsoir, buenos dias, buenas noches. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about Catfish. I have no idea what episode this is because I have internet TV. Like I have Philo and it's not showing the episode number. It'd be all over the place. I think we're at 12, but honestly I'm not even sure. So if I don't put an episode number, then y'all know why. All right, but we know it's Ayala and Gabby at the end of the day. So definitely subscribe, y'all. You know, we moving and shaking. We coming back every week. Even if I gotta do a short just to make sure I do it, I am doing these videos. I am determined to be consistent with you guys. And I hope that you guys appreciate it. And I do love the comments that I've been seeing, you know, that you appreciate these videos. So it means a lot to me. And it's definitely motivation. It's always the little things, you know. Anyways, now that we don't got all the sentimental stuff out the way, let's talk about this episode. So it's Ayala. She lives in Georgia, and we have Gabby, who's in New York. Okay, and of course they're in love or whatever, and they actually relate to each other because both of them have sickle cell anemia. A lot of people, especially African Americans, do have regular anemia. They have anemia, so but sickle cell is just so much more painful. It's on such a different level, you know, where people are actually in pain constantly. um, they have to take medicines in order to relieve the pain, in order to live somewhat of a normal life, you know. I've had people that I've known that have had sickle cell anemia, and I've heard about the struggles that they have gone through. So this gives us a little more of an in-depth look at that, which I do feel that this was great, not only for the Catfish entertainment part of it, but also to show and share some awareness as well. So, you know, she tells us a little bit about her journey and how she has sickle cell anemia, how her father kind of like he passed away, and then her mother took it really hard. She was kind of on her own from the age of 16 and just going through different phases, like just a lot of struggles, being homeless, going through all these health issues as well, and just people trying to gaslight her and think that she's just trying to get pain meds, you know, even though she's actually in intense pain every single day of her life, as she literally said. So yeah, it was definitely a lot. She said that she does send Gabby photos and things like that, and Gabby has only sent her like one photo, and I'm like, girl, you know what that sounded like right now? Sound like one of these, cause ain't no way, ain't no way. So you know, Max. What am I talking about, Max? Neve and Cammy, they go ahead, do their investigation. They come up with some girl named Jalissa on Facebook. It seemed like it was the same person. There was just a little bit of difference with the age, the location, and I think it was one other thing. The name, location, and age were all a little bit different in the search. It wasn't super different. Like it was like you in New York, but like instead of Long Island, it's Staten Island. Instead of 25, you 26, and instead of whatever Gabby, it's Jalissa. Like that one's probably the biggest off one. So they ended up speaking to her after they then did everything that they did. Um, Talked to Ayala about their findings and stuff like that. They end up speaking to her, and her energy was just like kind of off. It was just kind of like, yeah, like I don't want to talk about this right now, you know. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, do you even care right now? You know, like how you want to tell them you don't want to talk about it if Ayala's there? That's weird. I don't know why Ayala looks so familiar. Like she just has like, I feel like I've seen her somewhere before. I mean, she did say something about she was in New York, but I don't know where. But it was somewhere. I mean, it could have even been a show, but I've definitely seen her face somewhere. It could have even been passing because I usually don't forget faces. I'll forget names. I'll forget where I've seen you, but I don't forget a face. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day. So, yeah, so Gabby actually was the real Gabby. That was a super shocker because it didn't seem like it was going in that direction. So that was actually, a little bit of a round of applause. Like, okay, you might just have your fairy tale ending after all, mama. So now she drops some bombshells. So she says that she's legally married. Bombshell number one. Then she says that she's separated though. So okay, she says it's been a few years. So okay, some people just don't want to sign the papers, and maybe you might not have the money or the funds to do whatever you got to do to get the lawyers and all that stuff involved. Whatever, whatever. There's reasons for everything. So okay, she's this said a girl was giving her a hard time. Boom. But bombshell number two was kind of like you for real though? Like you really playing with me right now? So she reveals that she was in a relationship when they were talking, when they first started talking, and she still, even though she broke up with this ex, she's still in love with that ex. So it's like, wait, what? Are you kidding me right now? That was definitely a mega bombshell. So with that, Ayala, she was definitely heated. She wasn't even trying to hear anything else after that. She just kind of walked away at that moment. And I mean, just talk about baggage. Talk about red flag on top of red flag on top of red flag. Like, so you're the type of person that even though you're in something, you're going to move on to something else, is what you're telling me. Like, you're telling me right now that I'm going to have to now worry that you're not going to be faithful, that you're also going to lie to me. You're probably going to cheat on me if you feel unsatisfied. Like, it's so many things that was unpacked just by those little revelations that she gave during that time. Ayala was just kind of over it, so they reconvened the next day, and she tells her that she, once again, she just kind of says like she is in love with the ex, but she's currently working on getting over her. That's number one. Well, she said it the day before as well, and she also revealed like the Facebook page wasn't her. So I guess it was just somebody who looked similar and had similar profile stuff going on. It's just one of those coincidences. um but Gabby then like reveals that she is pretty much emotionally unavailable right now, and that this whole thing was really not serious to her. And y'all was just sitting there like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was not feeling it. You could tell that Yala is a very direct person. She was definitely giving Taurus, Scorpio vibes. You know what I mean? Maybe even Gemini. Like, she had those vibes where she would cut you off. You know what I mean? Like, she might be a little nice to you, and I feel like because of the fact that they related to one another, that was pretty much the saving grace. But other than that, she would have been dead to her. So she said that she feels like Ayala was there for her and actually understands her, unlike a lot of other people who just kind of throw her away, when they find out that she's going through so many different things. It's like a lot of people don't want to deal with that. And I can totally understand that. I can relate to that because I've had health issues where, I just kind of know like people don't want to deal with it. It's more than they want to handle. And that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? That just means that you're not the person that I'm meant to be with, or you're not the kind of friend that I need in my circle. You know what I mean? So, and that's perfectly fine. Not everybody is meant to be with you forever or meant to be on that journey with you, because if they can't handle you at your worst, they shouldn't be able to handle you at your best. You better recognize, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. So she was saying that she didn't want to tell her all these things, throw all these bombs on her, because she felt like she was going to lose her. Yeah, but you were also neglecting her, the opportunity, or not allowing her to choose. you was you were kind of taking that choice away from her to say, yes, I want to be involved in this and I want to see where things go, or no, this is too much for me, I don't want to be in this. Like, you literally had her as a side chick without her knowledge, you know what I mean? Even though y'all wasn't exclusive or nothing like that, you had her on that path, you know what I mean? You had her as a third party, or in a third party situation, maybe even a fourth party situation, because there's four people up in here, without her knowledge. So it's kind of messed up. And Ayala, she wasn't with it. She was just like, well, that's showing that you're selfish. And knowing everything that I know, there won't be any type of relationship or anything like that. But she was like, because we do have similarities, and you can actually understand the things that I go through as well, and I know how hard it is, I will still be there for you on that level. But that's the only level that you're going to have me on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't about to play me. So I gotta give it to Ayala. Like, she didn't have to think about what she wanted. She knew exactly her worth. She knew what she would and would not put up with. She knew her boundaries and she set them firmly, and just kind of didn't. I mean, I don't know what their conversations would be sounding like if they still be flirting or whatever, but according to what we saw, it was really like she really stuck to it. And I respect that, I mean, I respect it either way, because people are going to make their decisions, make their choices, but I like the fact that she knew what she wanted. She didn't really have to think too much about it, and she just was like, you know what, like, it was easy for her to detach. She doesn't have any attachment issues, or maybe it's just because they weren't close enough to that level. They didn't really see each other. This girl was ghosting her on different levels and just playing with her, and then you have the audacity to be talking about it wasn't that serious. Like, girl, what? We had a whole fake relationship online. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, so 2 months later, they let us know that Ayala, she did reach out to Gabby, but things just ain't the same anymore, because now you know who this person is. And that's the thing about revelations, about truth, is like, truth can make or break situations. It's like people always ask for the truth, but a lot of times they can't handle it. Or when they do handle it, it's not the outcome that you would have preferred. That's why so many people, that's what I've learned, that so many people lie because of that, because they don't want you to make certain decisions, because those decisions are not going to help them out. It's not going to align with what they see happening. So they lie, and they lie and lie as long as they can, and gaslight and do all those things, manipulate. So now it's like, the ironic thing about the situation, 2 months later, they both revealed on different occasions that Ayala, she was in the hospital for 12 days, and Gabby was actually in the hospital for 10 days. So they were actually in the hospital around the same time. So it's like they're vibrating on the same frequency, maybe because they're so close, their energies are aligning, which, I mean, this isn't the best type of energy to align. Like, we're both sick buddies, but I mean, at least they both are able to speak to each other, maybe comfort each other, and help each other to heal or whatever, and give each other pointers, because one may know something that the other one doesn't know, and vice versa. Help to advocate for each other, because Gabby's been doing it for a long time. Maybe she helps. I mean, Ayala's been doing it for a long time. Maybe she helps Gabby to do that for herself as well. But yeah, that was the episode. It was good though. It was good. Like, it turned out to not be a catfish, but it just didn't turn out to be a happy ending. All right, guys, I will see you guys on the next one. Later.